Before you watch this video, there are two things you need to know. Number one, these videos were recorded in advance just to ensure that they all got edited and uploaded on time. So, any changes made in the couple weeks before the season starts, those will be addressed in the first episode of WNBA Weekly. And the most important thing you need to know about this video is that I am not a member of the press. I am not in any way associated with the WNBA or any of their sponsors or affiliates. I'm just a guy who loves watching the sport and decided to make some videos where I give my opinions on the things that I see. Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Noelle, and these are the 2018 WNBA preseason power rankings. The preseason power rankings are where I take a look at all the things that happened during the offseason and try to figure out which teams I think will have the best record at the end of the regular season. And at number 8, the lowest seeded playoff team, I have chosen the Seattle Storm. Now, 7, 8, and 9 all have two things in common. They have an MVP caliber player who is capable of, on their own skill, carrying this team to a top 4 rating. But they all have a brand new head coach, and it's very hard for a coach to come in day one win the championship. They got a new head coach in Hughes, who I think should provide a lot of stability to this franchise. He's a very well-regarded coach. He's been in the league for a while, one of the most winningest head coaches. I've got a lot of respect for him. And he's got a lot to work with. I mean, the number one thing you look at when you see this team, Breanna Stewart. She should have been with the Stars, but no. Alicia Clark missed that layup on purpose, but whatever. Breanna Stewart came in as a rookie and was flirting with triple doubles. She looked as good in her first year as some players look in their third or fifth year. So now Stewie entering her third year, when most players in the league are expected to kind of blossom, come into their own. You have to wonder, what she's going to look like. How high is her ceiling? I feel like right now, if she plays up to the level that she's truly capable of, she could be putting in a bid for MVP this season. Not to mention Jewell Lloyd continuing to develop. Lloyd needs to be at the All-Star game this year. If she's healthy all season long, Jewell Lloyd needs to be voted through to the All-Star. Period. End of discussion. And you see some of the moves they've made in the offseason. They re-signed Sami Whitcomb her rookie year. She had like one big breakout game. So you see she's capable of being an impact player. And so we'll see how much she grows. You've got Natasha coming over. Courtney Paris. Both of them should help with defense and rebounding, helping secure the paint a little more. So Stewie can just be free to float around and do what she does. This team certainly has the pieces in place. And I'm going to say the same thing about this team that I did the one before. They're talented enough, I would not be shocked to see them finish in the top 4. But I would also not be shocked if they just had a really rough year, struggled a bit, and ended up just falling out of the playoffs. So basically they're at number 8 because I don't know what to expect. I've got a few teams that I know for a fact will not make the playoffs. And I've got a couple of teams that I know for a fact if they don't make the playoffs, it's because, their biggest star ended up on injured reserve. And the Storm are one of the teams that, they're more than capable of it. If they don't, it's because they couldn't beat the other teams that are in the hunt in this little middle pack. So that's it for this video. Tune in tomorrow where I reveal the next team. And until then, this has been the Fan Perspective. I'm your host, Nathan Noelle. Have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. This has honestly been the hardest power rankings I've ever had to do, and I always get 2 or 3 of these wrong anyways every single year. So if you disagree with anything I've said in this video, feel free to leave a comment telling me everything I said wrong and why.